There it is. WJ starting, and Sailo hopefully not too far behind. Yep, there it is. I can't see the board yet, unfortunately. But Cap, not going to be having too much to do. Depending on the board, your only real things you can get in the first visit to Cap are the top checkpoint, which in my opinion you should always get because it loses like half a second at tops. And if you forget it and end up needing to go back to Cap and visiting the top, you're going to lose anywhere between a minute and a minute 30, depending how your route works. So not at all worth missing, in my opinion. Just go for the half-second time loss and just get it anyway. So the other thing in Cap 1 will be the life up heart in the chest to the right of the exit of the frog room. So if the board ends up having 4 life up hearts, 6 life up hearts, or 8 life up hearts, then we might see that come into play. But other than that, Cap is mostly any percent. And here is the board. So WJ getting synced up a little bit, looking a little too long, but Sailo getting the checkpoint, smart, good deal, good deal. I'm going for left side. Good triple jump, and that'll make it, nice, nice. 90 moons total as a center square is not the greatest, but for reference, if you do normal any percent, you'll have 75 exiting Metro. So if there's a few moon goals, like are there any on the board that are pretty easy? Wow. Okay, 26 moon sand, that's there. So 26 moon sand is 10 extra compared to 16, which you need to exit the kingdom. So if you end up finishing Metro, you'll be at 85, and then you only need 5 more to complete the 90 moons total goal. So that's generally the reasoning you want to go for if you're deciding to do that goal or not. So continuing, looking at the board, now to look for the Seaside Snow goals. There's 6 ground pound mood Seaside, 35 regional Seaside, 25 regional Snow. Answer 8 Sphinx questions correctly. That's a deceptively Seaside goal, and 5 moons from Seaside. So it looks like this actually is going to be a Snow Seaside lock. I don't believe there are any routes that do not involve Snow Seaside. Let's see. Yep, they're all in different columns, so each row, each column is going to have Seaside, and as well as the diagonals, actually. So this is going to be a lock. Both runners are going to go to either Snow or Seaside, likely Seaside, because there's 4 Seaside goals and only 1 Snow goal. So routing the Seaside goals together will be a little bit easier. So looking at the synergies between those goals, you have 5 ground pound moons and 6 ground pound moons, which are each pretty good, and regionals and Seaside are pretty fast along the way. Oh wow, Sailo attempting DSS. Pretty risky, but unfortunately missing. Doesn't give too much value on this board since there aren't that many cascade goals, so not a huge reason to get the life up hard up top or the checkpoint. So not huge value, but maybe worth for one attempt in case you get the time save. So looking at the rest of the board, you want to get the quickest objectives that can just be completed on the way to Seaside, potentially getting the 15 extra moons that I mentioned earlier. So, I did miss the 6 unique life up hearts from excluding the shop boons. So there actually could have been some value to getting DSS, but hopefully that won't end up being along the route that Sailo goes for. But to be honest, row 3 actually looks pretty nice. Column 4 not going to happen because snow, at least probably not. Oh, we got WJ back, nice. Still a few seconds ahead on the timer, but not a huge deal. Looking like he got some regionals just to get them. Are there any Cascade regional goals on here? Yeah, there is the 45 regionals Cascade. So potentially, I highly doubt he's going for top of bottom right, but perhaps row 1. That row does not look too bad at all. row 1, let's see. Row 1 and row 3 actually have decent synergy. Unfortunately, the life up heart situation might be a little sparse. However, there are 3 pretty fast ones in day metro. There's actually one really fast one at night metro in the city hall. There's a fast one by the side of city hall in day metro. And in slots, there's the 3rd fast one. So those are pretty in the way. Cap is obviously also in the way, so maybe should have gotten it. Granted, we don't know whether WJ got it or not. Perhaps he did. Actually, we can check whether he has 6 HP right now. But that'll be just a second. Honestly, the row 1, he does have 6 HP right now, so probably planning to do, as I said, get the 6 unique life up heart goal. But just looking at the goals right now, I kind of like row 1, row 3, and column 4. Yeah, that doesn't have too many horrendous goals. Of course, this isn't the greatest board. Rare 6 ground pound moon seaside isn't the best in any board, so, but not too bad considering the synergy with 5 in this one. But even so, like, that route looks pretty solid. Hurting sheep in the dunes is kind of bad, but not that bad. Is he gonna go for a rib jump? No, he's not. Okay. Playing it safe probably for the life up heart. Or wait. Oh, maybe just going through the pipe. Okay. He does need 90 moons for the for row 3. So not opting to get that one. And wonder why he's rolling over here. Maybe he forgot the purples up top? Not entirely certain. But anyway, looking at Sailo, looks like he's opting to do basically any percent. And WJ not heading back for the life up part. Perhaps he already got it, but probably not considering he was so close to Sailo. I would guess he only got the cap one. And Sailo making his way over for a seed moon. So likely going to be going for, what is it? I believe it's 4 seed moons? Plant 5 seeds. Plant 5 seeds. I thought it was plant 4. Oh, that's a nice strat. I had no idea you could do that. I didn't think you could wall jump with a seed in your hand and then turn around and throw it that way. Nice. Neat stuff from Sailo. Nice vector triple jumps to get over with the seed, move as fast as you can. Getting the roll down the hill and making his way over to plant it. There we go. Plaza seed and the cliff seed are down. That's 2 out of 5. Hasn't been getting any purples, so probably not going to go for any outfits or anything in here. Yeah. I kind of like row 5. It's not that bad, but you do have to keep track of captures pretty well. To get 28, there's 33 by Metro, but you have to get Sand Piece for one of those, so you're rarely going to see the Knuckle Attack hand. And you also need to revisit Cloud for those, because you can get 2 captures in Cloud, not only the Goomba picture match piece, but also the Mario one. So that leaves you with 30 by the end of day Metro, and then in Seaside you can get the Gushin, so that's 31. So you still need to be pretty careful with the captures you choose to do, but at the same time, probably worth it. Probably worth it because row 5 looks very, very nice. Aside from that. However, column 2, the other column with the 5 seed moons, not looking too great because of the 6 multi-moon goal. And Sailo now at the Sphinx. We'll see when he exits whether he's going to go over to herding sheep and answer any more questions from them. No, doesn't look like it. Doing some pretty nice movement up here. And getting purples, actually. I don't see any... Are there any sand purple goals on here? Yeah, I'm not entirely certain why we got those, but whatever works. So Sailo only answered one Sphinx question. So if he ends up needing those 8, he is going to have to revisit sand, as the Wooded Sphinx only asks 1 question, and of course you can only get 5 in Seaside. So that basically eliminates row 5 and column 2. Sorry, column 5 and row 2, excuse me. Ooh, that's not going to work out. It's a death for Sailo. No, unfortunate. Failing Jaxie skip, that is not something you see every day. But it happens to even the best of us, clearly. Now WJ going up top. Probably not going to get any purples here. I would doubt that, yep. And not even going for the 2D bullet bounce, probably just not comfortable with it. Smart choice. And honestly, with his route, column 1 doesn't look too bad at all if he doesn't look too bad at all because the 26 sand moons would combo nicely with 90 moons total. But that definitely just depends on whether he actually goes for the 90 moons total goal. He does need, no matter what he does, he needs Sphinx questions for this row, so not looking the most likely currently. Maybe he's getting the seed, actually. That might be a little bit too early to call, but it looked like he was going over there. And Sailo now getting extra moons and sand. That is his 18th. Yep, 18th. Reminiscent of the 124 moons route, and now going back to town for the 2 seeds. So actually, could he be going for 26? I don't know. He could just be getting extras for the 90 moon goal, but I don't know. Ooh, he does not have enough regionals for this outfit. Maybe he's buying hats? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he's just buying hats. Okay, so that puts a potential row 2 and bottom left, top right goal on his agenda. Probably doesn't want to go to snow, as I was mentioning earlier, so column 4 probably not going to be in this. So since he's not going for 26 moon sand, looks like currently Sailo will be planning to go for 90 moons total. And WJ, talking to the Sphinx now, and answering all 5 questions. Not the fastest thing, but if he's comboing the answer 8 Sphinx questions correctly and the answer 6 Sphinx questions correctly, like I'm expecting, that might be pretty good. But looks like he's probably just going to be leaving sand now. Because this is his 16th, and he already got a few moons over here. But let's see. Actually, no. He is going to get more. Is he fighting Harriet? Showdown is not optimal for 26 moons, I don't think. But if you don't know where else to go, there's pretty fast moons in the inverted pyramid. So looks like that's what he's doing. And you get to revisit town at the end. So currently Sailo getting kingdom advantage over WJ, but ultimately I think this board will end up more to how you manage the 90 moons goal, since I would guess that both of them are doing that in some way. Sailo definitely looking like he is. And also going for some Lake Purple coins. WJ really struggling with IP clip right now. Giving us backflippers kind of a bad rap, unfortunately. Come on, you can do this. This try. No, don't go for single jump. You won't make it with single jump. He's back. I believe the main issue with his approach is he's, uh-oh. That's a huge time sink. Really unfortunate. Oh. But I was going to say that I think his issue with the backflip method was he wasn't waiting quite enough to let his backflip height go, and that ended up not allowing him to get the jump. So now, going for backup, probably not going to get any IP moons at all. Yeah, going over to the Oasis. Meanwhile, Sailo getting a nice late clip. That'll contribute to his warp painting moon goal. And yeah, still getting extra moons here. And very fast ones at that. Wow, you can not let the cheap despawn while doing that. That's pretty impressive. I actually didn't know that could happen. Good stuff, good stuff. Perhaps going for Captain Toad? Uh-oh. Okay, good. I thought WJ was globing without his 26 moons. That would have been bad because he would have to route on the fly, which is not something you generally want to do after sand. Sand is generally where I like to commit to what route I'm doing, so... Sailo just getting enough regionals to purchase the hat and then another moon, similar to how he did in sand. And he has enough coins just to finish off that goal as it is, and oh, he already marked it. Just delay moment. Oof. And there it is. There are all 4 hats for Sailo. Knocking the goal out early. Well done. Now, probably fighting Ringo. Now, yeah, I was going to say, hope he's not doing sheep. So, going right past that, and now going for likely the 2 sub areas in sand. That approach is so risky. Because the trick for that, for the skull sign is, it's going to spawn when Cappy's done anyway, so I recommend just diving onto the invisible path right next to it, then jumping back to where the moon actually spawns, because you don't lose time doing that. You can still be directly on top of the moon when that happens, and it's just a lot less risky, at least when I do it. So that is my spiel on that. And actually, Sailo exiting lake, but what I was going to say is WJ getting the 26 moons in sand and 5 or 6 ground pound moons in seaside will net him the extra 15 he needs coming out of Metro. So doesn't need to get any extra moons other than these few. Not grabbing the coin stack. Pretty in the way. I think it's worth getting even if you don't plan to do anything that involves heavy coin numbers, but if he's confident enough in his route not to get it, just moving right past it again, then hats off to him. Yeah, that IP clip, missing IP clip that many times really cost him. So Sailo making a trip back to Cap Kingdom. Going for the regional goal probably, 20 regionals in Cap. Hopefully he knows where they are because they are incredibly fast. He has run all moons quite a few times. Does he? He at least has an 8OX, potentially sub 8. I'm not entirely sure. But Yeah, Cap regionals are very, very, very fast. So, yep, already has them on the board, though we haven't seen him collect all of them so far. Struggling to choose which to go for, but yep, there are 4 in here. Now it just needs 9 more, a set of 4 and a set of 3 potentially. Quick set of 4 in here, and then does he buy a hat? No, he already has the hat gold forehead. No wall jump for some reason. Good game. Oh. Barely making that. That was super close. Okay, but that's all for Cap. No need to even dump any moons. So he's out, heading to Wooded. Meanwhile, WJ instantly starting off with Lake. I believe there's a Lake regional goal somewhere on here. Yeah, 15 regionals in Lake. I'm interested why he's going to Rango off the bat. Potentially he needs the Lake painting jump moon and isn't confident in Lake Lip. That's the only reason I could see. But I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see what he's thinking. Sailo starting off, just doing normal any percent wooded. Meanwhile, WJ fighting Rango. Clean Rango fight from him. Not getting any extra coins, unfortunately, but happens. Nice Shirney bounce from Sailo. Ooh, very clean uproot capture as well. Wait, did he opt? Oh, he didn't opt to get shot. Interesting. Maybe going for row 4 with the World Peace Wooded. Interested to see what form of knuckle he goes for here. He could go for Gate Skip, which might indicate him going for Wooded Piece. Oh, potentially. Yep, there's a clean Gate Skip. Nice. Nice bonk. Alright. Interesting. Doesn't look like he's going for capture since he blew past the fire bro, and I haven't noticed WJ get any out of the way ones. Either he didn't get the Moai in the Moai subroom, so probably not going to see seeing any row 4 or column 5. Column 4 or row 5, excuse me, I keep making that mistake. But we have to see. So WJ probably planning out. That's only 3. Yeah, he needs a few more regionals, and then probably going to warp up to the top checkpoint, get the timer, or not. Okay, never mind. He might need the painting moon. Not entirely certain yet. Potentially not. Dude, Cappy's just not liking WJ at all this match. Okay, that sucks. So actually not going for painting moons, interestingly enough. Sailo still could be, but he didn't get the sand painting, which is very fast in Lake, but yeah, just have to see what happens. Still not entirely sure why WJ just went for Rango instantly, but hey, it worked for him. So definitely going to be seeing row 1 from WJ. Pretty safe to assume that. Actually. Nope, never mind. I was going to say Sailo could potentially be going for 6 multi-moons, but he'd be getting 2 in Wooded. He got Lake Piece, so that's 3. Cascade, Mecha Wiggler, he needs a 6. So probably not going to go for that, because the only other easy ones in Sand, unless you get Festival or Seaside Piece, which do not recommend. But fighting Spirit right now and getting some extra moons. Not entirely sure if that is, again, for the 90 moons goal or wait, nope, it was the other seed with the 28 moons from Wooded. Never mind. So it is just for his 90 moons goal. WJ instantly going up here. Skipping the bunny and the shot moon for whatever reason. Literally just blowing past everything, not even getting the nut in the tunnel. But capturing this uproot. Alright, he is getting this moon. Not entirely sure why, but again, perhaps he's rushing peace? I don't know why he would get peace with this route. Now getting the nut in the red maze. Now Sailo getting shot. And WJ going back down. Beginner route vibes. Here's flooded. What? Nice bonk. Yeah, that made perfect sense, game. Nice. I love the hitbox on that wall. It makes perfect sense and never screws anybody over. Setting up a little bit more this time. Unfortunate damage, but that's not going to work. Yeah, unfortunate damage. And having to realign with the tank capture. So WJ is probably just deciding to leave the shop and Bunny Moon for later, but I still can't understand why he didn't get none of the red moons. I also don't understand why Sailo didn't bother to get the rocket flowers, but hey, won't question it. I'm also somewhat confused because the squares Sailo has marked indicate he might be going for answer 8 Sphinx questions correctly, but he did not talk to the Sphinx in sand, other than the first question, and that would mean he's going for row 2, for column 2 and column 4, which, as I mentioned earlier, column 2 involves getting an extra multi-moon somewhere, and that just does not seem like a good idea at this point in time. He is going for the plant 5 seeds goal, so who knows? Well, he appears to be. We don't actually know, of course. So Sailo fighting Torque Drift. This will get him Peace and Wooded. And put him at 3 multi-moons? No, 4, excuse me, 4. And then, only required one after that is Mega Wiggler, but that is not 6. Oh, you are? Oh, okay. I haven't been looking at chat. But yeah, Sailo's saying he is going for 6 multi-moons. Now WJ making his way up here. Again, not entirely sure what he's thinking with his route, but we'll have to see. Maybe he is going for Wooded Peace. Or maybe not. I'm very confused. But there it is, Sailo on the last phase of Torque Drift. Oh, perhaps six wooded sub-areas maybe for WJ? Nice, decent charge movement here. No down throw strats to get that last one. That would... I don't understand that. That's insane. Using Joy-Cons? Yeah, just no thank you. But he got Pipeway. This will be 4 for him. And I'm guessing he'll choose Elevator Escalation for his last wooded sub-area. And that would leave the 4 Peace Moons to go, so perhaps that is what he's doing. I don't know. But Sailo leaving wooded now is the 30-minute mark. That's a pretty good time. There's definitely sub 50 potential with 40 wooded exit. It has to play well, obviously, and the route has to be conducive to it. Actually, he'll have 1 moon. Actually, WJ will have 1 extra moon if he ends up going for peace. But doesn't look like it, going for the Flower Road sub area. Not entirely sure whether the elevator sub area is faster or this. Oh, that death sucks. At least it wasn't further on in the sub area. That would be very bad. Potentially exiting and getting, after that happened, potentially exiting and getting elevator escalation blind spot, the Secret Moon, is pretty fast as well. That might have been faster than going for all this, but probably not. Just an idea. Sailo beating up Bowser successfully. And there is the last moon for him. Now heading up top. And maybe he actually is going for wooded peace. What do I know? My goodness. This route's very interesting. I can feel the struggle of aiming with the tank. Awful. Now Sailo getting the Butterfly Moon. Grabbing the top checkpoint in wooded, and likely going for the three wooded checkpoints goal, if I had to guess. And also getting purples. Lots of fast purples in wooded. Definitely a fast one to get all 50 in if you have an APC goal. Or just if you have a large regional goal in general, then very good kingdom to get allotted. Now WJ fighting Torque Drift. And yep, Sailo getting this checkpoint, only 1 left for all 3. Not getting, oh no, getting these 3 moons. I'm guessing he'll end up peeking out from under the bridge and then finishing up with over the fuzzy above the swamp. Or not, never mind. Getting probably the 2D moon as well. But marking off the 10 regionals lost goal, that I would guess that corresponds with... I'm really not too sure what that corresponds with actually. He could do row 3 or column 5. Or top, or bottom left, top right. Lots of options for Silo's route right now. Oh, I need to check his moon count going out of lost. That'll be a good indicator of how close he is to the 90 moon total goal. But WJ now finishing up Torque Drift. Marking off that square. WJ has not revisited cap yet, so if he's doing row 4, row 2, the best time to do that would be now. Nope, just heading straight to Metro. And ooh, that sucks. Sailo taking damage to the Goomba, but pretty quick backup looks like. Yep, knows the fast movement on this off the taxi. Good stuff, good stuff. Getting the checkpoint for the health refill, but going for the risky rolls, and that is not going to end well for him. Unfortunate, but making it his way over to try again. And going for the roll again. Not going to be denied that strat. So, getting it the second time. Good job. WJ beating up Bowser. And now Sailo going to be going over to Wiggler, obviously. Solidly RNG heavy. Hopefully not going to be seeing any 3 cycles, but always could happen. Hitboxes on the Wiggler segments are very easy to miss, but pretty clean first phase. Not getting the 3-shot, but solid 4-shot. Now WJ entering Lost. Interested to see if he goes for anything here, because I'm guessing it'll just be any percent for him. Yep, starting off with Meme Tree. No. Potential. Okay, so it looks like he's going for regionals. Those 2 are really easy to get anyway. Well, he's going for 3 checkpoints. Nice Wiggler from Sailo. Not entirely sure why neither of them got the got enjoying the view over of Forgotten Isle, but this is going to put him back at the checkpoint. I'm guessing he wanted to respawn up top, but that's not going to happen. Grabbing the checkpoint, obviously we'll reset the respawn, and there it is. Yep. Wonder what he's planning on doing now. Oh no. Taking a death. Unfortunate. He might just want to warp up top now. No, still gonna go for this move. That's also a pretty good option. Now warping up top. Okay. I'm not too familiar with the World Peace Metro routes. But looks like Sailo still has to plant these 3 seeds. There's a pretty fast one in Seaside, so probably just gonna... Oh, no, never mind. He's going to keep using this one. Okay. But the question is, will he plant the other 3 that he needs here, or will he wait to Seaside to plant the inlet seed? Oh no, that's really costly. Yeah, this is probably the best backup. You might be able to do some shenanigans with that rail thing, but probably just better to do as he did. So that'll be 4. So that'll be 4 seeds for Sailo. Looks like he is going to leave the last one for the inlet seed. And WJ marking off the 3 checkpoints in Lost and the 10 regional coins. So Sailo does have to complete Festival for his 6 multi-moon goal, but I would say he definitely still has the edge over WJ going into the rest of this match. So Sailo probably getting slots for 26 or 24 moons Metro? I'm not entirely sure. Unfortunately missing the spin throw strat twice, so just going for the safer approach. Alright, good. Third try. Third try's a charm. Capture taken. Still not entirely sure what the rest of his route is. Is he not going to go for the musicians? Because this will put him at only having 2 left, and then he just has the musicians to get for the rest. Ooh, not going to make the building cycle. Pretty good backup though. Very nice backup actually. WJ working his way over to the City Hall. And Sailo going over to Pauline. Okay, this makes sense. Now probably going to Wreckage and Bassist. Yep, there it is. WJ having a little bit of trouble with City Hall, but managing it well. Not entirely sure why Sailo didn't use Clock Manip if he's going to be getting the 26 or 24 moons in Metro goal. Weird Z input for WJ, but still making a pretty nice first phase. Only 4 shots needed, and it didn't end up wriggling around any, so not losing too much time aside from the capture animation. How do they take out the trash? Who knows? Wait, I actually forgot. There are 5 story moons in Metro, not 4. Ooh, the sewer. Are we going to see Sewer Clip? We are going to see Festival, which is pretty nice. Not often that we see that in bingos. WJ cleaning up Mecha Wiggler. And Sailo making his way down to this musician, the trumpeter. That'll be the last one, if I counted correctly. And then has to go out, open the sewer lid. Then just has the story moon and the multi moon to go, and then he's at 26. Sewer clip, let's see it. So now W. Oh, let's see it. Come on. Third try. Nope. I do not understand how people even do this clip. I've only gotten it once. I'm very bad at roll cancel clips. Oh, there it is. Nice. I really don't know if that still saved time, but it's for the swag, and it probably didn't lose much time, if any. So definitely worth it. So nice sewer clip. Just has festival to go, and then you can globe and get out of here. Mark the 6 multi-moon goal. Then again, still not entirely sure what his last few goals are. He's going to be getting 90 moons, so he probably is going to get 26 moons metro, 24 moons metro, 6 ground pound moon seaside, 5 ground pound moon seaside. Very nice synergy there. Can definitely get behind that. Then plant 5 twos total, 35 regionals seaside, and that'll be it. Okay, that's actually a very nice, very clean route. So there are a lot of regionals around the canyon area, so wouldn't be very surprised if he kind of went away from any percent and goes to the right side of the Odyssey at the beginning of the kingdom, but it's planning for too far ahead. Let's just enjoy the festival for now. Don't get to do this very often. Solid movement overall. Doesn't need to get the secret moon here. Nice jump, avoiding all of the falling barrels there. That's pretty good. Don't see that very often. Hard to predict when they fall, so interesting. No. And there, Donkey Kong down, and now he can just get the multi-moon. WJ working on building right now. And Sailo getting the festival multi-moon. Gonna be globing and heading to Seaside. And then just has to plant the endless seed, get 35 regionals, and get 6 ground pound moons. Pretty fast. Could be a whole lot worse. Just in case anyone does not know, the moons where you shake with the cheap are actually considered ground pound moons, since you can also just ground pound with Mario and spawn the moon and collect it. So those do count toward this goal. Some fast ones. There's 3 in the any percent route, Rumble Room, the one close to Dory, before Dory, and then Bubbling Northern Reaches. Oh wait, it's Under Dangerous Ceiling. That's the one before Dory, and then Bubbling Northern Reaches is the other one, which is before Fish Clip. Then some other fast ones are the Back Canyon Excavate, which is also in line with a good regional route. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did that after getting Rumble Room, actually. So that after that one, What the Waves Left Behind is also pretty good, which is very on the way. And then the sixth one is not the greatest. It's the Wriggling on the Sandy Floor, which, oh nice, pretty synchronized, fade to black. But Wriggling on the Sandy Floor, not exactly the greatest ground pound moon, but has to be done for 6. Alright, nice. Grabbing these purples. These are some pretty quick ones. Then there's some more in a nice little gap here. Then on the canyon, there's a few more behind the canyon as well. There they are. Doesn't need that seed, only needs to plant one more. There's a second ground pound moon. Accidentally missing these purples, but has to go back for them anyway because he bonked. Nice. Ooh, nice movement. Skipping the purples by the cheap heaps, but pretty swag goal cancel bounce. There is Sailo's third ground pound moon. I would guess... Oh, never mind. I thought he... Oh, there's some regionals. Nice. Didn't know about those. We're probably going to get the any percent ones now. After, of course, collecting regionals. Regionals and Seaside are pretty fast individually, but they're not grouped together very nicely. That's what I like about wooded regionals. There's a few clusters that are just pretty easy to keep track of, but not pretty unlike most other kingdoms. So here's his fourth ground pound moon. Again, although he's not actually ground pounding to get this, this does count as a ground pound moon. Now the fifth one, same logic applies here. Now WJ just getting his final two moons in Metro. Ooh. Some nice trick jump check, yes, tech from WJ. And getting these in reverse order, I don't actually believe that's faster, but a lot of people do it. So maybe it is worth timing on my part. And there's a sixth wriggling on the seaside floor for Sailo. Just has to plant the inlet seed and get a few more purples, then he's done. Pretty solid time, sub 55 likely. And there it is, marking off his last few goals. Just have to wait to see him do it now. Now WJ exiting Metro. The main reason I'm not particularly a fan of WJ's route is he got the 90 moons total goal pretty long. He did not need to get the 26 in Metro to get that, so it was just a little bit unnecessary. There it is. There's the end for Sailo, 53-20. But he ended up getting a lot of extra moons in Metro Kingdom that he didn't need, and he did get the life up hearts initially from in the cap tower, but he decided not to get that goal, despite there being some pretty fast life up hearts above the shop. In Wooded Tower, there's a really fast one, lose practically no time, and then, as I mentioned, the 3 in Metro that also correspond pretty well with the 80% route. So I liked row 3 a lot more than row 1, but let's see, what was the other one? Ah, yes. I do. What was the other one? I believe it was row 5. Row 5, the only real drawback of that is if you're not very comfortable keeping track of captures, or you don't want to go out of the way to plant the 5 seeds, which can take a little bit of time. But other than that, I do like that a little bit more. But the column 1 was pretty good. So let's see, are we going to be getting Sailo in for an interview? And WJ is pretty close to finishing, so let's see what's happening. If the interview happens, the restreamer will give you a link to the room, but he's pretty busy with some other matches, so we'll have to see what happens there. Ping him on Discord. So there we go. WJ getting his 5th ground pound mid from Seaside. Just has to get the wriggling on the sandy floor now. But first, talking to Sphinx, of course, yes. Has 3 more questions to answer. What's going on? What? I'm quite confused. Oh, he doesn't need to answer 8. He just needed to answer 1. My mistake. But oh, that's it for him. Did he get 6? He only got 5. Oh, that he's just the delay from the bingo board to this one. There it is. Okay. So this will finish off the WJ's timer, and it ends on Moon Tick. 56-53. Pretty good race. Both sub 3. All right. WJ just needs to hit the done button. So GG's to both. Let's see if we can get interviews now. Yeah, GG's to both of you. Still trying to figure this out. We got the clapping toad on Sailo's end. Yeah, pretty unique routes from each other. Bottom left, top right was a decent row, but not personally a fan of the 6 multi-moons. I rarely, if ever, go for that, but very situational. Didn't work out too badly for Sailo here, obviously. Got him the win, of course. Unfortunately, it was a Seaside snow lock, no way to avoid those 2 kingdoms. I don't think there was actually a way to avoid Seaside in general. Even if you went to snow, so kind of an ugly board, but the goals synergized pretty dang well with each other, so that was good at least. Now we got WJ trying some more God. Ah, yes, you're right. You can skip Seaside, but That route looks that looks kind of not great because you get the 6 multi-moons without much synergy at all. Yeah, you can. I did not notice that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Let's see. Yeah, we found the best snow route. Let's go as. I gotta sign off pretty quickly, so I'm not entirely sure whether we're gonna get interviews, but if they don't happen quickly, I'll probably just end up signing off. So, have Sailo and WJ, you should have gotten Discord bot messages to join a channel, but yeah, I hit the done button. I don't entirely know what's happening with the rest. The bot either has not sent a message or something else is happening, but the race is over. It says race finished in 58:20 or something when WJ finished his timer. Yeah, unfortunate. Sailo, Neo won, but Sailo won with a 53:20, I believe. So both runners trick jumping. Let's go. Well, unfortunately, as much as I would love to give these guys interviews, I have to head out. So thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to follow both of the runners. Please be sure to follow both of the runners. Follow SpeedGaming, of course. Stay tuned for all of the bingo matches that we have to come. Group stage going on right now, so going to be a ton of bingo action going on all the SpeedGaming channels. So please be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.